back again. We're just where we left off. My little second ship is already flying to the station where we eventually want to pick up some spare crew. Our first ship, the Royal Destroyer, is still busy mining, which is rather good. And with that, we will have a steady income of resources while we actually do other things in the sector. Like, for example, upgrade the ship to full functionality as well, and try and seek out some pirates to fight. So as you see now, the ship still has like problems with its energy budget. This is particularly the problem while boosting. Boosting requires a lot of energy. And this means we can only go slow pace here. So eventually you want to fix this. You want to have extra generators on board in order to get more power out of it. And see, now we start to decrease again while boosting. However, this is not always a problem, because like this was a rather large distance with 30 miles. But you don't need to traverse them that frequently. So sure, on a map, but like if you mine, for example, you don't need to go that far. You just like mine through the entire asteroid belt, and eventually you're at the other end and then warp out. But I think it's jump. It's called jump here. But in this case, yeah, it took some time. And we need to get some crew members now. And what we need is engineers, gunners for our main gun, and mechanics. This will pretty much be everything we need, but we can give the ship another outfit. And since there's no more captains in the sector, we need to seek out if we find some other captains, and then we can maybe set the ship up and actually follow us to the other sector. Let's see. The awesome braking power. Yes, this is exactly how it should be. Yes, and our ship is actually a little bit highlighted by being a little bit greener on the color. And apparently it's still mining and it's not being under attack, but the battle is getting closer to it, so we will have a look later. And let's hire some 4 engineers, some 4 mechanics, and 1 sergeant. 1 sergeant is enough. You must be docked to the station. Well, okay, we drifted while we were hiring. And and we will hire also some additional crew members. And see if they have anything other on display. They have repair good. Well, you can obviously sell them stuff. So like in this case, we don't have anything we can sell them. But sometimes it's worthwhile to check out what they actually have on offer or what they actually sell, and if they have any missions as well. So we will do this in another episode. But we can also get missions from these stations and do errands for them. So what we should be able to do now is we should be able to fire our gun once we actually employ some of our extra crew members to be gunners. So they will be trained now as gunners, and they might not be good, but they will already allow you to fire your gun. And this is more than we need right now, more than enough. Because now we can actually try, and we're being under fire from... Okay, it's probably best if we call back our ship and get some fire support here. Also, escort me. Also, if we lose, we have it close by, so we can actually jump right in and go back into the battle. Obviously hope that I don't lose this one and don't have to repair it again. Otherwise I will probably just park it here and come back in another time while we play with our original ship. So one way of which is very useful during combat, is that you press Alt and move around or move up and down. Like there's a certain binding to it, so the first way you move is the way in which you tilt in order to get a better angle. And another thing you can do is you can press Control and then freely move your cursor while the ship doesn't move, but you can already set the targeting to be appropriately. So in this case, as you see, while we drift by, we can already aim our gun accordingly and try to keep them under fire. So like our main turret is not exactly on point with the with our main bullseye, but this way you can definitely swing by and actually put them under fire already. Let's see if we can wear them down. And let's see if they drop some items. Because we can have a second gun. And what also would be nice is if we got a salvaging gun. So let's see what we got here. We got... Nope. A double iron salvaging gun. Perfect. You would see this is a civilian gun. At least this is how the description says it. The ship's manifest will track it. However, they do have a huge punch. So they, in this case, make 19.6 damage to any hull material. And this is an incredibly good gun against anything without shields. So they can pretty much rip apart a ship while you fire at them. And what I usually do is I place them up front. And actually, now we might not need the escort after all. So I'll give them new orders, go back to mining. So what you can do is place a lot of them up front or on the frontal section, and instead of using your main turrets, we need miners for those too. So assign. What you then can do is you aim at the enemy ship like you would aim at an asteroid. First highlight them and just pretty much mine the resources out of them. So this will do a lot of damage, and you can do this in conjunction with your regular gun and do even more damage. And in my experience, this is a pretty neat setup for early game and even for later game. You get resources from attacking ship, you do extra damage while attacking enemy ships, and you also might want to turn it off. You can also harvest them better. So I don't know, but like destroying ships conventionally didn't drop that much in the past episodes. But if you use your salvaging laser, I have always the feeling that you get more loot from them, more stuff which they will drop. And there's another one back there. So we got some money, and we got some bad relationships with them. Yeah, obviously they don't like that, us shooting up their ships. I'm never sure. The salvaging laser doesn't have a huge range. The Gatling gun doesn't have infinite range either, but it's definitely much larger. You can see that in the stats. And we are pretty much getting in the line of fire of one of our allies. So we swiftly swing by and focus fire again on him. And you can see all the numbers popping out, all the damage constantly dealt. And another gun. Perfect. So let's see what we got this time. And we got another iron mining laser. So this is quite nice because now we can build actually an automized mining ship with a lot of mining equipment on it. And meanwhile, still fly around and hunt down some pirates. So you see, like, while mining gives you resources and you can sell them, and you can then buy upgrades, actually hunting other ships or defending against pirates or salvaging other ships gives you a few resources, a little bit of money, but it gives you upgrades, and upgrades are extremely valuable in this game. So it probably makes a lot of sense. This was, let's see if we can build them from here. let's see. They currently only have one slot free. So what we will do is we will upgrade their system by having the better light lasers installed. So let's see what we got here. So we have a double iron mining laser and a double iron mining laser. And this was the original one, makes 3 damage per second. Has a larger range. But they have a higher efficiency. So efficiency apparently determines how many... okay. That was super useful. So apparently doing this doesn't help. And with that, let's build up. Let's enter them so they don't fly around constantly. Build. Yes, so he tried to actually mine a little bit, but he couldn't, and then he was confused and flew around randomly. Hey. Let's see, where would we have here? This is the double iron mining laser. Now I get it. So these were the original ones we got. This is one we dropped for, which was dropped from before. And from the looks of it, this has a larger range and it makes damage to the hull. So I will probably keep it for my fighting ship because that was the wrong one. Because hull damage from a mining laser is not a lot, but it definitely adds up, and it's similar to a salvaging laser. We can probably not install it right now, but we can definitely try to do this later. And meanwhile, we also get away the gun from him, because he's pretty useless with the gun so far, and we do need it on our other ship. So eventually, if we will drop more, if they will drop more, we can give him a gun back so he can defend himself. But let's see. Orders, enter, mine. And where is our second ship? You didn't drift, right? Oh, there it is. So we can now upgrade this, and maybe, like, let's end the episode with jumping to another sector. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we will still get income from this sector afterwards. Whee! Nope, wrong one. And enter before we crash it. So let's go to building, and let's select the turret and place 2 turrets on here. And yes, so this way we have a nice profile. We cannot add another turret here, but maybe no. So this would have been great on the other one too, because it would actually give him some extra bonuses on mining, but this is something we can do for another time. So what we still need to do is we do need more reactors. And apparently we also lost the last ones we had, so that explains why we're slowing down so much. And let's build it. Not enough titanium. Yeah, you should mine titanium. You should definitely mine titanium. However, it is apparently not possible to tell them what specifically to mine, and that would be definitely something I would wish for. This would be really cool. But for now, this will suffice. Maybe he will stumble across a titanium asteroid by chance. And so now we have a fully equipped ship with a lot of armor. So one thing I just want to make sure now is to check if we can actually place them over the... And we apparently can. Does it change that? 128, 144. Let's not mirror it for once, and let's not... So this will reduce the stats. Huh. Apparently it doesn't really matter. It's like you can place it over thrusters, and the thrusters still work. And this is obviously not making a lot of sense, but for now, this will definitely help our ship to be a little bit more durable, a little bit less prone to get shot to pieces. And with that, let's jump to another sector while we're mine here. Oh, we need more gunners. Obviously, we need more gunners. Always more gunners. And we run out of gunners. So now we're only shooting from one turret. Do we have some spare crew members? Yes, we have. And we lost them. So apparently they don't go back to the pool if they dismiss them. So what we do is we go quickly to the depot, get some more crew members. They probably have untrained crew members anyway. And then we jump to the next sector and see if we can find some other baddies or wrecks to salvage, actually. And almost hit it. But you can always do a quick control boost and try to get the thing under control again. In this case, that probably saved us. It's also not a good idea to crush them because they will have bad relationships with you afterwards. And come on. Interconnect. Let's move it a little bit. Yes, there we go. F. Hire crew members. And we even have gunners here. Perfect. Trained gunners even. Hire them. And what we should probably also think about is 2 more mechanics and a pool of crew members, because like I said, regular crew members, yeah, now we have too many crew members. Okay, regular crew members are untrained, but they are still very useful to have a pool of them, because you can put them into almost every position, at least the lower ranking positions, and this way you can quickly get enough workforce to get new systems on. What we'll do now is press shift, go to the galaxy map, and as you see, there are these blue lanes. These are trade lanes, and we are not in range of any of them, but our sensors pick up there is something else here, and it's probably another asteroid field. So the question now is if it's worth to go to the stations or to the asteroid fields. And I personally now think we should go to the stations. The reason being that we ultimately want to automize the ship as an escort ship, so we need more captains, and you can only hire more crew members from other stations. So we do need to find another station. So this one can be an escort ship, while we go back into our main ship and actually use it as a continuous build for this session. So with this, we're in range now, so we calculate the next jump. So as you see now, our energy bar depletes rapidly. This is because a hyper jump drive requires a lot of energy to charge up. And so don't underestimate this. If you go into the stats now, you will see that we use now 2.6 gigawatts of energy, but we only have 1.3. So the first thing which was happening is that the battery is getting drained. And when the battery is getting drained, the systems, the different systems are getting less energy. And what you can do here is you can prioritize which systems should get what kind of energy. And it's probably most useful to keep it in this order, but you can change the order. So if this goes too slow now, we can say we don't care for integrity or for the engines or for our shields. What we actually put it higher up, so we just want it to be more prioritized, and it will get supplied first. You can even put it higher than this, probably as high as they come. Apparently Oh, maybe you can put this down. Yes. You can shut down life support. So you can prioritize the hyperjump over the life support, but you cannot shut down the systems. So the systems have a mandatory requirement. But for now, I will put it back into this category down here. And I think personally this makes sense because the life support actually, if the life support fails, your crew dies. And when your crew dies, your entire ship functionality goes with it. Oh, Repo the adventurer. Hello there. Are you an adventurer too? Absolutely. That's great. I'm sure we can help each other out. If there's anything you'd like to know, just ask me anyway. Oh, so this is apparently like a tutorial bot, and it gives you advice, or you can ask it questions. So let's say, can you give me any tips? Of course. The closer you get to the center of the galaxy, the better materials you'll find to build your ship. You'll be able to build energy generators or parts that protect your ship, like integrity blocks or even shield generators. Wow, awesome. The first thing you should do is find yourself some titanium. Iron is great to get yourself started, but titanium is lighter and you can build better parts with it. And be wary of the no man's space around here. I hear there are pirate leaders who terrorize everyone who strays too far away from the civilized sectors. Let's talk about something else. What are you doing? I'm out on the hunt of a new element called Avorion. So this is apparently the highest tier element in the game, and it's also the game's name, so probably that's why they picked it. Beside iron and titanium, I'm not sure about the other elements. Definitely can't recall hearing of them, but I don't have a period table around here now. So I guess they are probably made up. And comment if I'm wrong. Explain to me where you find them in nature. And with that, let's exit from here and see. Yes, I'd like to leave now. Thank you. And let's see if we can hire someone interesting here. So, no captain. No captain either. Any other stations? Yes, obviously other stations. No captain here. So no captain here, but we can buy boarders here. So these are crew members you can actually employ in order to raid other ships. I haven't tried that yet myself. I think we might try this out one day. But so far we apparently ran out of luck. There's no captains here to oh, there's one. Perfect. So apparently there's a captain in every sector. That's really awesome. And I haven't checked my resources. I will do so now. But from the feeling, I don't think the numbers were... I think the numbers didn't get higher in the meantime. So nothing really happened in the other sector. Which is kind of disappointing. It would be cool if you can actually seed ships everywhere and keep mining in asteroid fields which are super rich but ultimately uninteresting to you. I will look up if there's a trick to it. Maybe there's a trick to it. And I will also look up till next time how to let other ships jump with you, because that's ultimately what you would like to do if you have a fleet of ships. You want them to follow you around. And I hope this is definitely possible. And let's see. Let's get our captain. Might run out of money too. So this is quite a problem. And we didn't get a paycheck yet, so there's gonna be a payday one day, and you have to like pay all the crew, cough up some dough, and I haven't paid them for more than 1 month, so I don't know what happens if you don't pay them for 2 consecutive months, but I guess the efficiency drops and eventually they leave you. But in either case, I don't really keen on trying it out because I don't think it's nice to not pay your employees. And so what we should do is we get back in the next episode and tell our ship to actually get me the captain. tell our ship to actually start mining again, because we need that iron. So one thing I also remember now is we are not having upgraded our crew quarters. And I personally think that for the captain, we should actually add a bridge now. So this is the last thing we will do. We will add iron crew quarter. No, we will add, because captains are important, they get a titanium crew quarter. And we will place this on an integrity block, so it's a little bit more durable. And not match this, and not make a mirroring out of this. And usually I like symmetry, but I'm a huge fan of Homeworld, and there some of the ships have asymmetrical bridges. I don't know exactly, like, I think just the design, I thought that it would be cool looking. So I will try this for once now too. It kind of like give me the cringe if I don't see the symmetry in the ship, but well, why not? Why not? Titanium crew quarters, and they will add a nice feeling to the ship, hopefully. Yes, so a little bit flimsy, but we can add to it later. We can add like little pieces in order, like a head, or where is it? There was a pyramid-like thing exactly, and so there are also these preset blocks. I don't know, they apparently can only connect in one direction, like this, and they cannot do much else. But I guess you can add some features with them, which are harder to come by. You can probably also get your own standardized blocks and design them in order to add them to many of your ships. And see, we have some spikes on the front. So, and with that, actually, forget it. We kill the pirates. We do this in next episode. So, see you then.